Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Perfy, a conscious revolution where I help you to create a lifestyle that you truly desire. And welcome to the week of 6th January 2020. Wow, we're in the second week of January, and this is a big week because we have the eclipse and the moon. And guess which card did I get for this week? I got three cards, and the first one is the Page of Cups. This is what we can expect. Then we have the moon card. Of course, we have the full moon on 10th January 2020. So, as we all can feel, the energies are really amping up, and I think a lot of us, obviously, when we start 2020, we want to start it with a lot of enthusiasm, and as soon as the year rolls by, we would want to be really, really into the action. But our inner guides have been like, you know what, you gotta maybe heal things, you gotta maybe rest and rejuvenate, and you gotta maybe plan things. And while because we think from such a logical perspective that we are like, oh, but haven't we rolled by in the new year, and isn't it time to already do the work? But energies don't work with the English calendar, apparently. So these are the cards that we have. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Moon, and we have the Hanged Man. And as I said, that we have this resistance to pause. I'm not saying that we're being asked to not do work right now, but we are being really asked to go within. And as I posted on my channel as well, that this is the time to heal, because a lot of stuff is now coming to the surface. You are remembering a lot of things, you're getting a lot of visions, a lot of dreams, you're integrating information, and your logical mind might want to fight with you on this and might want to tell you, like, you gotta work, you gotta do something, because you know what, the year has started and you haven't done this. And but I got another card, by the way, which was this: fill up your well, rest, rejuvenate, and refuel. And this is the card I've got in this entire day for the third time. Okay, so I'll tell you what's happening and what are we going to tap about. I think I already know what we're going to tap about. Okay, so this week we will really have very amped up energy. So rest and rejuvenation is very, very important, because a lot of things are happening in your visible life and in the invisible. That is, energetically, a lot of upgrades are happening, because because honestly, the ascension and the awakening has accelerated to crazy amount of level, because we are in 2020. Like right, we're gonna be fully accelerated by 2022. So 2020 is the foundation year. Okay, whatever you've learned in 2019, it's now coming together in 2020. So the first week of 2020 is about seeing things which you haven't seen before, seeing things from a new perspective, seeing your past from a new perspective. And this may cause you a lot of stress, because a lot of stuff is happening within you and outside. Of course, the world is in chaos right now, and there are all sorts of illusions, there are all sorts of truths coming up to the surface. A lot of clearing is happening. At the same time, a lot of illusions are there, which is why it's so important to be connected to who you are, connected to the divine light, the source energy, so that you do not get swayed or by the influences outside of you. Right? Page of Cups, definitely this week is about receiving. This week is about we can expect an offer from someone, from something, from the universe, an opportunity which is going to be shy and timid and not so visible. But if we are opening our hearts, we will be able to receive it. That's like one message. But the other message, which I think that we need to heal and which we'll tap about, is this understanding that we can receive even when we are paused. Sounds absurd to the human mind because we are just so used to align. We're just so used to hustle, 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 and make things happen and do things. And unless and until we are like really out there and doing something, we feel that nothing can happen. And that's the biggest mistake which we do. That's the reason why we procrastinate so much, is because we are always involved in the action. When you are always involved in one energy, how can you? I know that sounds totally absurd to the logical mind because we're just so used to in the action. But how will you be able to open that possibility of receiving if you're always on that energy of giving and giving and giving and putting in the action? You need to activate both the sides, the feminine and the masculine within you. You cannot operate from just one way of doing things. And I think that's what we have been doing for so long, which has been a complete disaster and have been blocking our blessings and blocking what we really, really, really deserve. So this week is really about that. If this week really asks you to, and this being in reversed, I feel we are coming out of that hanged phase. We are now finally being released from this place where we have been paused. And I think we, especially if you've been doing the spiritual work for the past 2-3 years, you might feel like your life was paused and now you're slowly coming out of it. But you might want to like look back, and if right now you're being asked to pause, it might trigger you that haven't I been paused for years now, or months, or whatever it is for you, right? And that's what you want to know, that this is a lesson that you were never action was paused. You were not paused. Your journey or your life was not paused. It's not like your progress was paused. Do you understand? Just because you are not acting does not mean that your life is not progressing. And that's what this hangman in reverse is telling us, that you know what, like, and especially I think with this card that we got about the rest and the rejuvenate and refuel, is that the more time we spend on ourselves, taking care of our body, taking care of our vessel in which our soul is there, taking care of our mind, body, spirit, the more we allow this energy of receiving. And here we have the Page of Cups, right? Receiving the truths, receiving things from outside us, whatever it is. We need to make this space to receive by taking a little pause, by taking pause again. Pause in action doesn't mean pause in progress, right? So this week, I think we are going to tap on really letting go the guilt of not doing enough. And I think we really have this strong guilt because we've been conditioned to just keep on doing actions. And if you're not taking action, then you're not going to receive, which is absolutely bizarre, because you know what, I receive most of the PayPal notifications where I am taking a nap. I get amazing text. I wake up to good news always. Like, how does that work? Tell me. And I'm sure it must be working with you also. The moment you let go in faith is the moment that you allow space. And I know this is a card reading, but it feels like I'm more about coaching, about energy, how it works. But I think this is what this week is about, to understand that receiving is also important, and receiving also needs your attention and your space and your time. Okay? So let's tap on to let go of that guilt that we have grown up with, that, you know, I gotta slog, I gotta work hard, I gotta really suffer, and I am not doing enough, so I gotta do more. If this is not working out, I gotta do more. But maybe, you know, if something is not working out, maybe you gotta take a step back and see the overall picture and maybe plan something, right? So let's do tapping, okay?